from a consumer standpoint, the United Kingdom is all about video games. So I just read a statistic today. I always thought the United States was the biggest consumer of video games, but I guess it is Japan right now. But there was a study that was just recently released that says that by the year 2027, so in 4 years from now, the United Kingdom will actually be the nation with the highest rate of video gamers. So it is expected that 70% of their population will be playing video games. Yeah, I always thought that we in America here were crazy about our video games. But apparently the UK has us beat, and especially by the year 2027, they will have the highest per capita amount of video gamers. That is crazy. But that being said, there is a lot recently that has come out about the United Kingdom's gaming industry that shows that it is actually struggling a lot. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of big stuff that is going on and has been going on for 20, 30, 40 years now in the United Kingdom. When it comes to video games, a lot of very big gaming studios are from the United Kingdom. Jagex, Rareware, 4J Studios, Chucklefish, and honestly just a lot of other great gaming studios come from the UK. But that being said, the UK gaming industry is struggling immensely right now to fill job openings amid widespread layoffs, which kind of makes not a lot of sense when you first hear that, but it all has to do with what is called the leaky bucket issue. So what that is there was basically a study that talked about this, how there are a ton of vacancies recently, but unfortunately a lot of these vacancies are for higher level or like senior level positions, and very, very few are for junior level positions, so people that are just right out of college, right out of training, stuff like that. So as a result, only so many, like very small amount of people are able to enter the gaming industry because of the very few amount of junior level positions that they are hiring for. So there is just this small amount that is able to enter the gaming industry, and there is, what it seems like anyway, a much larger amount of people, of college graduates that are wanting to enter the job industry, but they're not able to because they don't have the experience, and all of these job vacancies are requiring you to have a lot of experience. Thus, the leaky bucket issue, as it's called. So it looks like there has been a reported 8,000 job losses in the gaming industry in the UK in the year 2023. Yet at the same time, over 90% of game developers are noticing a shortage of applicants for these higher level jobs that possess the necessary skills to work these jobs. And overall, this is leading to a skills shortage in the UK for the gaming industry. I mean, seriously, so one study that I'm seeing says that out of 1,170 job vacancies in the UK's gaming industry, only 34 are designated for junior level positions. Doing the math, that's just 2 or 3%. Yeah, 2 or 3% of job availability in the UK's gaming industry is for people that are right out of college, right out of education, that are wanting to enter the market. That is insane. Yeah, talk about putting up roadblocks for all these people. And so yeah, I'm seeing one article that also talks about this and says that in the mid to late 2020s, there should be a more specialized approach to handle the unique demands of the gaming industry, since there is such a skill shortage now. It would seem that it's going to end up where it's just impossible to fill these roles. And I mean, yeah, we're already seeing that. And I am also seeing that there is a lack of tax incentives that are available in the UK for the gaming industry. When compared to the European Union, all of those countries, there seems to be a lot more tax incentives. I've made some videos recently talking about Italy, France, and a few other nations that are in the European Union that have recently seen the very, very big benefit of supporting the video game industry. And as a result, they've provided a lot of tax incentives for these companies, especially the startups, which is very cool. But, and along with this, job shortage that I've been talking about, it would seem that this is another disadvantage of the British industry. They are not supporting these companies with tax incentives that really should be supported because they have a lot of potential. Obviously, I'm not really talking about politics here, but looking at the big picture, this really seems to be an apolitical situation. A lot of people agree that tax incentives for these tech companies and gaming companies is really a good thing in the long run. But it would seem the UK has not really seen that. And, earlier this year with the whole Microsoft Activision acquisition, I'm sure you heard about it. The UK basically was holding up that deal. And something I found interesting was, at the time, Microsoft President Brad Smith actually stated that the UK was basically sending a clear message that the European Union presented a way more attractive landscape for launching tech and video game businesses compared to the United Kingdom. At the time, time, I didn't think much about that, but now, kind of looking at the whole scope of things, I'm really seeing how this is taking place. Microsoft had basically hinted that the UK and their market authority needed scrutiny and basically needed a change if the UK aims to attract investment in their tech. So yeah, I just think it's very interesting that despite the UK aiming to be the biggest gaming nation in 4 years from now, from a consumer standpoint, it would seem that from a development standpoint, they are really not doing well. And unfortunately, it would seem that that may continue unless they change some things up, maybe have some more tax incentives for the startup tech companies and somehow make it so that there are way more job opportunities for people right out of college that are trying to get these junior level positions. Because right now, it would seem that if you are in the UK and you're looking for a game development job right out of college, unless they change something up, it is going to be very, very difficult.